What is going on, guys? Ancient Jarl here again, bringing you another in-depth overview on the god Tyr, the Lawgiver. Tyr is a warrior character, which means he can deal a lot of damage and sustain a lot of damage. I like to call them bruisers. He plays primarily in the solo lane. And let's get into the build. So first item, like I said, I like my solo laners tanky, being able to soak up damage and outpush the other person early because of the aura for Mystical Mark. It takes a while to build up, but if you build it first item, then there you go, you got that. And that helps with your clear once it is built and makes you very tanky, assuming, again, that there is a solo laner. A physical solo laner. You could... very commonly, I see Stone of Gaia if there's a mage, or Runic Shield, one of these two items right here. Next item is Warrior Tabby, just for the added movement speed and a little bit of physical power and penetration. Next, I chose Hide of the Urchin here, because Hide of the Urchin gives you these 45 and 45 magical physical protections, 250 health and 250 mana, and you gain 2 protections for each god kill or assist. You get maximum of 10 stacks, so that is another 20 protections for free as the passive of the item. Magi's Blessing next to create that CC immunity for yourself. Jolton's Wrath next for even more penetration and cooldowns, along with the physical power and the little bit of mana. And then the Bulwark of Hope for the pesky late game mages that do a lot of damage. And then into the active items, I chose Blink 3 is an extremely good item on Tyr, don't get me wrong. However, as a solo laner, you really almost need that teleport to tower, or else you're going to end up blinking the lane or whatever. But Tyr with Blink is just so satisfying when you land Tyr's ability combo, which I'll explain in a second. Next is Hand of the Gods, which I like, again, to build Hand 3, or Hog 3, so then I can take out objectives if I need to, and I'll be plenty tanky enough to take out objectives late game, or help take out objectives late game. And then, again, consumables, wards in the solo lane to cover yourself, and health or mana pots, either did all interchangeable here. And then we'll go into his overview here. Now, 80 health per level for Tyr, which out of these warriors here, it is the lowest in the game. I think the next lowest is either Vamana or Hercules. Actually, I'm not even going to say. Don't get me wrong, I don't know exactly who, but they get 82 health is the next lowest. So he gets the lowest health per level, but he also has one of the better heals as a solo laner. Granted, you do have to use an ability. You do have to land or hit somebody with the ability that I'll explain in a second. 40 mana per level. Again, nothing changes here except for the little bit of the attack speed jump. Damage, there you go, and as physical protection as 1 and then 0.5 maximum damage and then 1.5 of basic attack damage. Again, he gains 3 physical protections and 9.9 magical protections per level. HP 5 is 0.72 and mana is 0.29, which is... He's a little bit mana hungry early, but it's not a huge worry. Tyr's passive is Unyielding. Stuns, taunts, fears, and mesmerizes cannot affect Tyr for longer than 1 second. So Tyr, any amount of hard CC, Ymir's Freeze, Apollo's Mesmerize, Athena's Taunt, whoever else's Fear, can only affect Tyr for 1 second. His first ability here is Fearless. Tyr charges forward, damaging enemies. In Assault Stance, Tyr pushes all enemies along with him, hitting them 2 times and knocking them up into the air. In Guard Stance, Tyr hits each enemy only once, passing through them, but knocking them up anyway. And as you can see, there's the damage and the physical power is 50% scaling, 15-second cooldown. His 2 is his Cleave, which is in a cone. Tyr makes a massive melee attack, hitting all enemies in 180 degrees. In Assault Stance, enemies that are knocked up through Tyr's Fearless are also knocked away, so you can juggle them, is what a lot of people like to call it, using his Attack Stance 1-2 combo. And in Guard Stance, Tyr heals off of each enemy he hits with a maximum of 3 enemies only. So he can't get too much of it. But late game, or when you max out your heal, as you can see, 50% scaling and 125 health gain, so that's a pretty massive heal for Tyr. Third ability is Change Stance. Tyr changes between Assault and Guard Stance. Changes in stance, refreshes cooldowns on Fearless and Power Cleave, which are his 1 and 2. Assault Stance, he gains physical power, and in Guard Stance, he gains protections. Be in mind in that for tanking towers or objectives, such as the Gold Fury, switch into Guard Stance and at the end of the game, and you get 40 added protections. That is pretty dang mean. You got to look in that You got to look at that aspect. His ultimate is Lawbringer. Tyr leaps through the air, bringing indiscriminate justice upon all enemies in the target area and slowing them. This does quite a bit of damage. Again, it's not that effective late game, which is unfortunate because people can just sprint out of it, whatever. However, if they don't have beads, that slow helps, and that slow lasts 3 seconds, but it also leads you to the combo of Fearless and Power Cleave if you're in attack stance. Even if you're in guard stance, you can still knock up and slice him for a bit of damage. So, not the worst ultimate ever, but it's pretty poor. It's not... Early, it's good to crush people or get a kill as they're running away. It has a pretty wide area of effect. But anyway, that is it, guys, for Tyr, and I will see you guys in some gameplay. What is going on, guys? Here I am in some gameplay with Tyr in the solo lane. I would assume that I have to go up against a Vamana in the solo lane, and then they have an Artemis Hell in the duo, and then Thanatos jungle, and Ao Kuang mid against our Ao Kuang mid. We'll see, though. I'm nervous to build then because I don't know if Hell's solo, because the dude has 49 masteries, and I don't know if he's playing support or if he's playing solo, because if he's playing solo, I'll probably be a little bit more scared. I'm going to go ahead. I'm nervous here because Vamana could very well be the tank. Vamana would be a good tank too. I'm going to go ahead and build a hog. I just don't want to guess wrong. I'll build a hog. And I'll build a... I'm going to go ahead and build Mystical Mark. If I'm wrong, well, that's unfortunate, but stuff happens, so... Build a few health pots and 2 mana. Just let them know. Ao Kuang in the mid lane, building Warlock Sash. Not a bad item on Ao Kuang. Building Ao Kuang a little tanky is always pretty good. We got a pot coming out from our Nemesis. It isn't hell, but I don't know. Just because I built Mystical Mark, and I'm going to have to lose money off of going back and buying Stone of Gaia. She bought Hog. I have a Power Cleave, but I'm not going to burn it in this situation. I mean, I don't have a Power Cleave, I have a... I will get Power Cleave and... Hell is in the solo lane, that sucks. Just gotta watch the Death Scythe. Watch Hell's ability here. Watch Hell's splash. There we go. Okay, start. Hell's got a pretty good heal. I'm okay with her healing. It's just using more of her mana. I have more protections in this stance anyway, so I'm not worried about her trying to poke here. I'm gonna go ahead back right now and sell my mystical mark, and go ahead and go into magic protections and go Stone of Gaia. Get a little bit of healing out. I do not have enough for that stuff, so I'm just gonna get some healing and stuff potions. I gotta go Stone of Gaia, or else I just won't be tanky enough against her. And I already have 50 magical protections, along with 15 HP at 5 and 6 MP5, so that's looking pretty good. Made sure I stood behind that. She's still going to get the heal out of it, but... That's a good play by her. In this situation, she can heal quite well, so... Smart play. I have to back off here because she can heal the minion wave in between abilities. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my cleave here. I will let the minions poke the wave, and if she wants to heal it, then she can do that. A little bit of lag coming out here. Not too worried about it. And there you can, in this situation, you can get a lot of poke on. Because again, get some heals out of there. It looks like she backed. Enemy missing left. I mean, nice job. Minion body block got me. That was my bad. It's completely my fault. In this situation here, I think I'm going to go ahead and go for Urchin. I'm going to rush Urchin or go into the Leviathan right away. The minion body block got me on the last engagement. A little bit of lag came out too. Not to blame lag all the time, but a little bit of lag came out too. So I didn't know what I was being body blocked by. So that sucked. But nothing I can do about it, and it already happened. The good thing about I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the cleave again here, so my heal is a little greater. If Al was in middle lane actually doing something about that, he could. I'll steal a damage buff while I can. Thanatos can still go on him, so he definitely has to be careful there. So Al is really letting us down on this situation, our mid laner. I wonder, does Hell have teleport? Hell does not have any active items. I might have to buy a teleport here. This getting back to lane is just too slow. Getting the blue buff here, and a little bit more lag coming out, which sucks, but it's playable, I guess. This Thanatos cannot gank me. I'm just too powerful. I'm too tanky with Leviathan and to do a lot of damage, but I have constant healing where I don't have to use an ability to heal. I'm just too tanky for her. She can build all the pen she wants. I think it's an automatic 70 protections. So I am pretty dang tanky. I'm going to see if I can't back here, get Urchin, and then go for teleport. And then... oh, I can't teleport to those wards. I'm alright with that. Alright, I guess I gotta get teleport in this situation. Or else I probably wouldn't get to defend this lane. What did she build? She built Rod. She had a lot of... dang it, I drew aggro. I didn't want to there. If she backed... she can poke me all she wants. Like I said, I just... a lot of lag coming through now. That's just great. Sorry, I didn't realize kind of space that I was... Nice job by Ao Kwong picking up a kill there. Lots of lag coming through here. Sorry, I didn't know if I was going to lag or not. I'm going to just knock this down. Now I'm going to pick up a little damage. In fact, I think I'm in this situation. I'm going to go straight into Jotuns for the cooldowns, and then I'm going to get Hog 3. And now I have Jotuns, so I have a little bit, tiny bit of pen. Oh, no wonder. Ao Kwong, wow, he only is 3-1 though. Their Artemis is 0-6 though. That's, I feel bad for them. I'm starting to lag just horribly now. I can't play. Oh, this is unfun. When you start to lag really bad and it gets uncontrollable, like I can do this and mess around, but it's just too laggy. So they got a lever right now. That might be GG. I don't know. He's more important to save if I can. So we got a pretty good lead coming in here. Good game there. Sorry again for the silence there at the end, but we were just dominating. I was too tanky. Even though I didn't have a lot of the Hide of the Urchin stacked, I was just too tanky. The 70 protections from the Stone of Gaia and the HP5 and MP5. GG, well played. I will go over to the damage here. 4, 1, and 2. My only death was that ending there, which was unfortunate, or the beginning when I got blocked, which sucked. That was completely my fault. You know what? Honestly, looking at this build here in this situation, I think Vamana applies a slow. Thanatos' 1 applies a slow. Hell's 2 applies a slow. Alquang, if he had Alquang slow, and then Artemis's volley applies a slow. So there was a smart counter build to get the 375 health, the cooldown reduction, and the movement speed for Ymir in this situation. Very smart play by that Ymir right there. 6-0-7 as well, good play. And Ymir had Fist, and I had Hog 3, so that was a good situation. Good situation. I had it covered, and that's another reason. That's another reason I love getting Hog 3. Is I didn't even pay attention to what Ymir got, and he got Fist, so I could have hogged that last thing, but I assume, usually tanks have that kind of stuff, so, but anyway, they didn't have a Hog 3 on their team, and we were all good. Alquang played okay, but he wasn't as good as I wished for. I didn't do much player damage just because of the fact that I built tanky. It was Amazenkob, Alquang, and Ymir doing the most damage, followed by Nemesis, then me, and that's just because I was so tanky. But after if I would have had my boots built and my Jotuns done, it would have been pretty easy to get kills anyway with Tyr because of his damage scaling with his 1 and his 2. But anyway, there's the damage, as you saw, I think I was 4, 1, and 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 4, 1, and 2. I hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay. Finally, I get a game that goes a little deeper into the game, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.